Crystal Ball music.
Yeah, it's Mr. Cardi.
It's simply magical.
DJ Dirt. I want you right now. I need you right now. I want you right now. I need you right now.
Hi, welcome to Writey Things with me, your host, Missy Turner. A segment where I talk about life stuff and right stuff. So basically talking about my week and sharing a little bit of that with you guys, letting you know what's been going on and what's been happening. Happy September 31st, people. Now you may be thinking, wait, there is no September 31st. As the poem goes, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. But I just want you to know that there is a September 31st. I just made it up. It's a thing now. Okay? Why? I don't know. I felt like this month just needed an extra day. Alright, so there you have it. Happy September 31st. Let's start with our quote for the week. Alright? Okay. This one comes from Lloyd Alexander, and it says, "Fantasy is hardly an escape from reality. It's a way of understanding it." I think so. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like stuff makes way more sense in my books than it does in real life. So I understand like what my characters are doing. I don't know. I understand what people are doing. And really, I've had one of those weeks, like people just doing crazy stuff, and I'm like, really though? Really? It's been one of those weeks. High for the week, you guys. My high for the week is that my short story, the book that my short story is in, is coming out this week. I'm gonna post a picture of it at the end. It's Spooky Stories, presented to you by Solstice, and it looks really cool. You guys are gonna dig the cover, and it's just a bunch of short stories. There's 2 volumes, you know, in honor of the Halloween thing and all that. Oh, I totally forgot. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering why I have these arrows on my head. Before I get too weird, I miss Comicon, and you know I like to get my little geek stuff on, so I am an airbender. See, got my airbending tattoos. If you don't know what an airbender is, just look it up online, you'll find out. But so I'm repping my airbender nation right now, so that's what this is about. Since I didn't get to go, celebrating it right here at home. Yeah, I do stuff like that. All right, so high for the week, short story, Solstice. Check it out at the end. The first volume is actually ready for pre-order. If anyone's interested in that, I'll leave the info at the end of the segment. Second one is coming out soon. Make sure you check it out. My short story's in there, keeping it Fausty. There's that. Okay, low for the week. My low for the week was kind of interesting. You know, I'm not really arguing type person. Most time I just let stuff go. And I had someone approach me and ask me if I had a problem with them. And I said no. And here's why. They did something really crappy, okay? And initially I did have a problem. I was really upset. I was real upset. And then I thought about it and I was like, okay, what this person did was crappy for sure, but do I care that much that I have time to expend and waste on being angry at this person? And the answer was no. So when the person messaged me and they were like, oh, do you have a problem with me? I was like, no, I really don't even care that much. Like, if I really had, like, if I cared, I would have approached you and we would have talked. But solution seems simple to me. Just let it go, let you go, do what you do, I'll do what I do, you know. This is one of those. So that's what happened with that. That was my low for the week. I just don't like unnecessary drama. I feel like, you know, we're all busy and we all have problems. Like, don't make life any harder than it has to be, really, you know? You know what I'm saying. All right, so quote for the week, we've had that. Let's do a laughs for the week. Gotta laugh, I'm telling you. Okay, shout out to, these guys seem to be regular. They just put funny stuff on their pages all the time. But shout out Crystal Holloway, Sukwa Sinkala, Erica Grover, and Tina Montana Knives. These were my laughs for the week. Enjoy them.
Girl, vibe with me, I be feeling your style. I don't care if you with your man, ride with me when we going downtown. I'ma swear you know who I am, comfortable, but take it slow. Fast forward, take it off. A minute all day, all night. You can take all of my time, girl, give me that.
let's talk about our author of the month, Chad Cain. That's his name. Oh, it's the last time I'm gonna get to say that. I like saying that. Alright, so his book is called One Night in October. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the info, you know, his author picture, the book picture, and his quote, his writing quote, which he kindly provided for us. So, Chad Cain, guys.
You the best in the club. Shorty, you the best in the club. Shorty, you the best in the club. Shorty, you the best in the club. So girl, vibe with me. I be feeling your style. I don't care if you with your man. With your man, ride with me when we going downtown. I'ma swear you know who I am. Who I am.
Alright, so finally finished reading One Night in October, and I'm going to tell you what I liked and what I didn't like and all that good stuff, and try not to mess it up for anyone who wants to read it after I'm done. But seriously, guys, I really like this book. It was very moving. The conversations, like I said last time, I was only a few pages in or whatever, but the conversations were moving and realistic. The dialogue was realistic. It draws you in, and you really feel like you're in this situation with this guy. So the story is that, the story is that this guy goes home to talk to his dad about, his dad is dying, and he goes home to spend this one night with his father while there's this really big baseball game going on, and baseball's sort of their thing. You know, they have a lot of issues there. It was not cool growing up in his household. There was a lot of stuff going on, and then his dad had like a drinking problem, and he ruined like this guy's wedding. There was like so many jacked up things going on. So the dad's dying, the mom calls him, and she's like, dude, come home, talk to your dad. This is like your last chance to make stuff right. And you know he doesn't want to though, because he's like, oh man, you know. But when mom says go, you go, you know. She's that type of mom. So it's that situation. So he goes home and he's talking to his dad. What I liked, I think I already said, realistic conversation. It was very moving. What I did like is that even though I already knew the dad was gonna die, there was so much going on there, I definitely cried. And you know I don't like to cry. I'm like stone-faced Missy. I don't cry that easily. No, that's a lie. I cry very easily. I'm very soft. Even that commercial with the puppy playing with the tissue, every time. But it made me cry a lot. It was actually very moving, and I think the author did a great job. It's well written, realistic dialogue. Oh my gosh, you guys, just read this book. Like, it's not my usual actiony stuff. It was a nice read because it was like I was in chill mode. I actually had tea, and I was reading this book. I enjoyed it. It was a great book. But it was just, you know, even though you know it's coming, I still cried. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to say thank you to the author Chad Cain for letting me review his book, and great job. I can't wait to read your next work. I know he has something coming out soon, so we're gonna look for that. I'm gonna look for that. I don't know about y'all, but this was a really great read for me anyway. So Chad Cain, One Night in October. The info is gonna be at the end of the segment as always. I think we're done. Actually, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. I read this really awesome blog. I don't really talk about blogs or whatever, but I'm gonna put the info at the end. I found it amusing and honest, you know, and quite funny. You know, she's talking about jealousy and how people who are succeeding in life seem to lose, you know, like people who are not happy that you're doing well just sort of find reasons not to be around you because you're doing so much better, and they start acting funny. You know, I found it really amusing. You should check it out. I'm gonna post it up at the end of the segment. I thought it was good. You guys might enjoy the read. I think you will. I mean, the only thing I didn't agree with was just that, you know, she did say that she finds it okay to have, like, you know, those little roadmaps that people make up about life. Like, well, at this age, you should be married. At this age, you should probably have kids. At this age, you should probably, you know, do this. And she said it's good because it keeps you focused on what you need to be doing. And I mean, I don't think so. I mean, it's good to be focused, but you know, we're all just living our own lives. That's the problem. Like, you have to live your life the way you're living your life. You can't live it according to someone else's roadmap. That doesn't work. You know, you can't live someone else's life. You have to live your own. You make your marks when you make your marks. It's your life. It's, you know, that's my thing. But check it out and leave your comments. You know, let her know what you think. She wants to know. All right, guys. Thank you for watching Writey Things. We're into October for real. But, like I told you, it's September 31st. So we will officially start October's Writey Things next week. We still have a couple of weeks to go. Happy Comicon! Get your airbender on. Have an awesome weekend, you guys. And I'm gonna holler at you next week when it's officially October. Alright? Have a good one, you guys. Be safe. I'll check you out next time.